if you're new, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the time your girl thought she was given labor in high school. So obviously, if I was in high school, that means I was a pregnant teen.
Oh my god, shoot me.
No, but really guys, I was a pregnant teenager. I got pregnant at 17. It was after my junior year. I found out in summer, and then obviously going into my senior year, I was a balloon and pregnant. It wasn't the best experience. I wasn't really too into high school anyway. I just felt like I never fit into high school, so I changed high schools a lot. I think the total number of high schools I went to was like 5 or something like that, and it wasn't because we moved a lot. It was literally just because I kept moving high schools, and that's just a whole nother story. I did decide to go to a charter school when I did find out I was pregnant to begin my senior year, because I didn't want to go full out public school because I already knew the drama that was going to surround that, and I really wanted a positive pregnancy and just kind of graduate and mind my own. So I did decide to go to a charter school, which basically means it is half online and half public school. So that way I wasn't procrastinating just doing full online. I still had to go in, talk to teachers, do lectures, do tests, and all of that good stuff. Kind of good stuff. And it was hard starting my senior year being pregnant because it wasn't like these people knew me beforehand. So it wasn't like I was a human before, if that makes sense. I kind of came in and I was now that pregnant girl. Nobody wanted to talk to me because I was that pregnant girl. Everybody kind of whispered about me, stared at me, asked really stupid questions. This one girl actually asked me how I got pregnant.
I'm like, dude, we're both seniors. You know how I got pregnant. I know your ass took health freshman year. Like, what do you mean how I got pregnant?
So here I am just trying to mind my own, get through school, graduate from my baby, and all these people keep on trying to tear you down, even the teachers. One of the teachers asked me if I was still with my baby daddy or if I even knew who he was. Like, stay in your lane. But your girl didn't say anything because she was still trying to get that A. It wasn't just a mental struggle being pregnant in high school, it was also very much a physical struggle. Just to kind of give you a backstory, I had a really complicated pregnancy. I had a lot of preterm labor signs. I kept contracting way too early in my pregnancy. It was really hard because I had a painful pregnancy. It was no win, okay? Especially because they didn't even have the desks where you just kind of like had a chair pull out and sit in it. It was literally like you had to scoot in, and my big ass belly did not like that. It was rubbing all against that desk, and it was just the most uncomfortable thing of my life. Of course though, it was 100% worth it, but very much uncomfortable. So one day I am sitting there focusing on math, which guys, math frustrates the hell out of me. It is my worst subject, but I'm trying to power through it, right? So I'm sitting there doing my math, and all of a sudden I feel a contraction, and I'm like, oh no, oh hell no.
Oh hell no.
We are not giving labor here. What do you think this is, Grayson? You better stay on in there. So I'm sitting there like literally rubbing my belly like, no. He's already a troublemaker and he's not even out yet. So at this point I was 25 weeks, and about 2 weeks prior I had a labor scare and I was actually put on bed rest. I did ask my doctor if it was okay to go to school. Wasn't trying to be that stereotype, and they said it was fine as long as it wasn't anything too strenuous. And so it wasn't too strenuous. I'm literally sitting there on a desk on my computer doing my work. So it was perfectly a-okay with my doctor. They did tell me if I did contract 10 times or more to go straight to the ER. So I'm sitting there trying to count, also trying to do my math and count over there as well. And so I'm just feeling my contractions. I'm praying. I'm like, please, no, not today. Not today, Satan. I'm freaking the F out. Like, I'm sweating. All these hormones are getting to me. Also, trying not to make a big scene because I am that pregnant girl. So I am not trying to be that pregnant girl that went into labor at school. So I'm just minding my own, doing my own thing. Teachers come all at you at this school. So basically they do a rotation. So another teacher came, sat down, and could kind of tell I was not really feeling it. And she was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, I think so. I think I'm contracting right now. And she's like,
What?
And I'm like, yeah, like my stomach's getting really hard. And so I don't know why, and I don't know why people do this, like felt obligated to touch my stomach. I think that is so weird. That's like my personal space, my personal bubble. But she reaches her hand over my stomach and she goes,
oh my god, you are contracting.
and I'm like, keep your voice down, bitch. I am not trying to make a scene here. She's like, oh no, like we need to go to the nurse. And I'm the fuck, the nurse is gonna like deliver my baby? Like, girl, I need to go home. I need to go to the doctor. So she helps me up and we go over to the nurse. And so because it is more common at the school for pregnant girls to attend, because obviously it's very convenient, they actually had a Doppler there. So she put a Doppler and we found the baby's heartbeat and all seemed well, even though, I mean, she's not an OB. She didn't know what she was doing. So I'm just sitting there more and more uncomfortable because these contractions are starting to hurt. I could feel the back pain. It was like, no bueno, It was like more than period cramps, but not labor cramps. So after the nurse and me are like counting these contractions, I think we got up to 6, and I believe it was 4 minutes apart. I'm not 100% on that because again, this was a while ago, but I believe they were 4 minutes apart or somewhere along, you know, that line. So she's sitting there and she's like, would you like me to call your mom? Who do you want me to call? And I'm like, I need to go to the doctor. Like, we don't need to make no calls. Like, we need to go. So she's like, okay. So I end up calling my mom and calling my boyfriend like, hey, like something's not right. So we go straight to the doctors, and just like before, they rush me right in to see the doctor and they strap me all up and are feeling my stomach and everything, and they're like, yeah, she's contracting and it's regular. And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is nice. So we're just sitting there, and then another doctor comes in and he's obviously feeling all up me to see if I'm dilating, what the deal is, and I wasn't dilating, but I was contracting regularly. So they were a little bit confused, and so they kept me there for probably, I think I was there for maybe about 3 or 4 hours just to be monitored. So I was literally just sitting there being monitored and nothing was happening. I wasn't dilating, anything like that, but I was having regular contractions and they were freaking painful, guys. And then all of a sudden they died down and I quit contracting. So the doctor comes in and he was like,
Well, I think you're good to go.
and I'm like, you think? Like, that's not too reassuring. They didn't want to put me on any medication. There are things to like stop your contractions and stop you from going into labor, but because I wasn't dilating, there was no need to do so. The weird thing is though, this literally same thing happened 2 weeks prior. So that's what they were worried about. So now I was on serious bed rest. Like, no, you're not going to school. You're on bed rest. And so I was like, but wait, hold up. I'm not going to be a statistic. I am getting my diploma. Like, I need to go to school. So we ended up actually having to talk to my principal and bring in the medical papers so that way I could kind of sit back for a little bit and just do strictly online. And I was just going to Skype my teachers. And that worked for a while, and I believe I was A-okay for a couple more weeks, and then I got the A-okay to actually go back to school. And that is when I actually did, and the first day back was so awkward because of course rumors spread and everybody knew I was that pregnant girl gonna go in labor in high school. So I sit down, everybody's staring at me like, oh my god, did you have the baby? And I'm like, you see my stomach? Like, you see how big I am? I did not have the baby. Yeah, I was pretty awkward with that nurse and the teacher there on after, and I feel like it definitely caused more people to ask about my pregnancy. Even kids not even in my class knew about the situation, would come up to me and talk about it. That is how I thought I was going to give labor in high school. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe and hit that bell, and have a great one, guys. Bye.